Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Had to think for a minute. It seems like Monday, but it is Tuesday, I'm pretty sure. Let's see who we got hanging out with us today. Mr. John Howard, clocking in at 6:14 this morning. No, he's probably not even still here. He probably just hit and run. Good morning to you, John. Darren Bird's in the house. Good morning, Darren. Landis is here. Good morning. Hey, look who's back, Mr. Galt. How you doing, Larry? Hope you had a good visit, and it looks like you did. Welcome back to the coffee sessions. Leo's here. Says not to be as rainy today as yesterday. Man, yeah, we got so much rain. I'm sick of rain now for a while. I hope we get a break here. Lonnie's here. Good morning, Lonnie. Ray Jones is here. Good morning. Marcelo. Good morning, Dave, and everyone out there. Yeah, we got a few folks here this morning. Let's see here. This looks like maybe somebody new. David Davis. Good morning from Virginia. Welcome to the coffee sessions, David. This looks like a new guy, but it's not. It's Sean's new YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. He's got a couple of videos up already. Let's see who else we got here. George is here. Good morning, George. Paul's in the house. How you doing, Paul? Kevin Ells is here. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Gary. Hey, George got a good idea. He says smash that like button. That's always a good idea. Give me the warm and fuzzies when you do that. Well, I have... I don't have much to talk about, the usual stuff. According to Joanne, my meteorologist I watch every morning, it's supposed to be a little nicer today. But still, I thought we had so much rain the last few days, I thought we were going to get a decent break. But it looks like some rain is still in the forecast down the road. So we're not over it yet, but I'm sick of water. I'm sick of seeing water dumping out. In fact, my buddy Jim come by yesterday. I told you he had let the magic smoke out of his controller. So he come by and we had lunch and got him hooked up with a new controller. So I think I think that's what he's going to be doing today. Maybe he's hooking that up. And then he invited me over, said he was going to be grilling out some pork tenderloins wrapped in bacon and all that stuff. So I went, he lives just right around the corner here, so I went over there to his house last night. Had a great dinner. So big thanks to Jim and his wife, Jill, for feeding me and their great hospitality. Let's see. Lonnie says, I finally got my wooden nickels working, but know how to highlight the details. All right. Let's see. Lou's here. Good morning, Lou. Yeah, I meant to say don't know how to highlight the details, I think is what he was meant to say. Okay. Lou says, just wanted to say great show on Saturday. Lots of good info. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that, Lou. It means a lot. I'm glad some folks get something out of it. That's why I do the things. I don't just do those kind of things to hear myself talk, because I've done them all so many different times. But let's see, what's that famous politician said something about the passage of time? No, I'm not going there. Anyway, the stuff when I do a show, And it's funny because we were talking about, somebody had mentioned the offsets like G54, G55, all that stuff. And I showed my little teacher aids or whatever, and I thought, well, I could do a thing on that if anybody wants to see that. And then it was funny because just this morning I was looking up. Let's see if I can find it here. Oh, well, maybe I can find it this way. Bear with me a minute while I look. I don't know if I can find it this way any quicker or not. Let's see. I found it. All that stuff pops up on my phone. But anyway, on my phone, I don't know how to find it on this thing. But it popped up on my phone. It says those Facebook memories. Well, for the memory for, I think it was 2 years ago or maybe 3. It says, here's a Facebook memory, and it had a CNC with Dave show, which is what I called it back then. Yeah, here it is, right here. If I show you, it popped up with this memory, and this is from September 6th, 2019. So that would have been 3 years ago. And it says this Saturday on the CNC with Dave Gatton show, my panel and I will be talking about using offsets on your CNC. So see, like I mentioned last Saturday, there's hardly anything that I can do a show on and talk about that I haven't already done. But I thought that's funny that we were just talking about that last Saturday, and then this pops up. So I probably won't be doing a show on offsets. Actually trying to see if I can get a guest to come on. I've got somebody that I'd like to bring on, and I think I have the right contact information for him. I'm not sure. I have not heard back. So I hate when I, reach out to somebody and invite them. If they don't want to come on, that's fine. Just, I wish they would email me back, say, nah, I'm not interested or whatever. But I always hate it when I don't hear back because I'm like, well, did they get the message? Because if I haven't contacted them before, it might have ended up in their spam folder or something. So, and I'm pretty sure this guy would. Well, I don't know whether he'd want to come on or not, but I know it wouldn't be an issue where he lied. No, I don't have a webcam or I don't have a mic, because he's done live streams himself. So that would not be a problem, but we'll see. Maybe I'll hear from him. Jim Senecola's in the house. Good morning, Jim. Ray Jones says it was definitely helpful. Okay, I guess talking about the Saturday night thing. Like I say, I hope it was. It's I just try to break stuff down and show people that all this stuff we do is not rocket science. It's just, yes, just calm down, think for a minute, and you can usually figure this stuff out. But so many people, they just panic when something doesn't go right, and there's no reason for that. It's not like we're doing brain surgery here, just running a machine. I see Thomas Grimm's in the house. Good morning, Thomas. Did anybody get out in their shop and make anything yesterday? Do anything exciting? I didn't do a whole lot. Like I said, I think I even told Jim I have the controller thing I gave him yesterday. I actually have 2 of them, and the other one's sitting right up here. And I'm pretty sure the reason I'm not using that one is that one had a bad driver. But the thing is, you don't throw stuff away because the power supply and the other three drivers are still good. There's a couple of, um, cooling fans and stuff. So all the other stuff on there should be good. It's just that one driver went bad and I swapped it out. So, um, I told Jim take that one and, if there's any issue at all with that one, either now or down the road, I will have plenty of spare parts for that one. And the one I'm talking about, y'all might know what I'm talking about, but it's he had the original white Xylotex box, one of the real old ones. And then the one I gave him was there for a brief while. Jeff started making them just on a piece of plywood, and he did that for just a little while. And I had two of those. So let's see, Clyde's here. Good morning, Clyde. Rob Schuster's here. Good morning, Rob. Marcelo said he's working on a new board or two. Good deal. Mary's in the house. How you doing, Mary? Hope all is well in my little town of Danville. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go look for something. I haven't looked. There it popped up, I think. Yeah, I haven't looked over here in forever. Because, I kept thinking, well, I don't know what the deal with Silotex. He's got a drive box over here now. Let's see what this is. Okay. Now, this is interesting. I'm even going to share this so y'all can see what I'm looking at. Let's see. Wait a minute. Got a few more comments. Yeah, you nailed it right there, Lou. Unfortunately. Yeah. That's really all troubleshooting is, thinking logically about the problem and makes it easier to solve, but not for everybody, apparently. David says he's working on dovetail boxes today. Sweet. George says, I love that stuff you did about making your grow project. I've done a lot of garden stuff over the years, but I'm more inclined to take indoors during the weather. Okay. Yeah, my little old container of lettuce, I ate salads off of that thing, and I need to have one today because it's getting crazy again now. But yeah, that stuff just goes crazy. Cut it a little off and enough for a salad, but don't cut it all down, and it grows back in about 3 days. It's crazy. Yeah, that's true. The stuff that is 3 years old is not at all easy to find. I mean, I make it as easy as YouTube lets me make it by putting it all in a playlist. But the problem is people won't even search. I've always told people, there's hardly any topic that I haven't already done a video on as far as CNC stuff. So if you had trouble with, a touch plate or whatever, all you got to do is go to the YouTube main search, put in Dave Gatton, and then put whatever it is you want to see if I've done a video. Like if you put Dave Gatton touch plate and search that and see what happens. It's not that hard to find. The problem is more that people will not go look. They won't try to search. They'd rather just post it on Facebook and go, here, somebody tell me the answer. So, let's see. Thomas says, the Boy Scouts have a training philosophy that reminds you that if a training hasn't been done recently, it is lost in history. Yeah, well, let's see. Lou's working on some laser engraving and a new sign. Okay. Larry says, I need a rabbit for all the excess lettuce. No, I do not need a rabbit. I have a rabbit outside. I haven't seen him in a while, but I've seen his little telltale signs that he's been out there. But yeah, there's a little bunny rabbit I see hopping around out there in the front yard every once in a while. Yeah. See, it's really easy to say, well, have you, hey, so and so, have you done a video on this? I can't find it. Well, if you just go to all the videos and you're scrolling looking for, that's the hard way to find it. All you got to do is put a search, put the person's YouTube channel name in the search, and then whatever the topic is, touch plate, Mach 3, whatever it might be, and you will find it. They don't have, YouTube doesn't have the best search thing, but it is. And again, a lot of times if people would just think, hey, this guy's done a lot of videos, I bet you he's got a playlist set up on his channel. Because if you go to my channel and scroll down and then click on the playlist tabs, it will show you all the playlists I have created. Because when I create a video, I go, okay, what category would this need to go in for to make it a little bit easier for people to find? So I have playlists about rotary axis projects, troubleshooting stuff. It's all broke down into a bunch of playlists. So like I said, I try to make it as easy as I can for people to find stuff. But again, the number one problem is they don't look. Clyde says, G-Sender has a built-in touch probe setup. Yeah. Yeah, I think they've recently got a newer version out too. I haven't got the latest one. Yeah, Gary brings up a good point. The problem with someone new until you find someone to trust knows. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Ryan said wanting to know that box thing. I have it bookmarked here, buddy. So I may have to put my glasses on to see it. Yeah, it says when you bring it up, boxes.py, but it is this right here. Yeah, boxes.p. So there's the full link. See, it's got that www.festi.info before it. Yeah. So that's it right there. Yeah. So yeah, there's a good example of a playlist. If you go and you want to watch all of the Gatton CNC build videos and watch them in the order that you need to watch them in, there's a playlist for that. It's all easy. But you're welcome, Mr. Ballard. Are you going to pick yourself out a neat little project to do? Let me ask you, Ryan, I know you've got the drawing a blank, K40, your little K40 with the 40 watt I guess that's what they call them, even though they may not quite be 40 watts. What can you do with that as far as cutting? Can you cut like the 1/8 plywood? Can you go 1/4 inch plywood? What could you do with it? And of course, I know the the footprint's not that big, but just wondering what you could do with that. I mean, I guess you could cut, because I see these Glowforge things, and they're like, even the Plus and the Pros are 45 watt, and the Basic is 40 watt. And I see them cut that stuff. So I guess you could, assuming you got air assist set up and all that stuff. Anyway, I'm just going to show this real quick. I haven't even looked at this Xylotech's website in forever. But apparently, I'm going to share this real quick. Apparently, he is still in business. And I saw this says drive box, $115. And I'm like, wow, it says a 4-axis stepper motor driver. Voltage 6, or what does it say? 18 to 36. Let's see if I can't make it bigger. Max 4 amps. Trying to see, because $115, that sounds awful cheap. Now I'm assuming it's no no stepper motors. Can't even talk this morning. Comes with a power cable. It says if you use the Beagle box as a CNC controller for a drive box. Okay, I'll have to look into that, because I totally stopped. When he stopped making the other complete turnkey stuff, I totally stopped even recommending them, because I never knew what he was going to have over there. And in fact, I never even look over there at his website that much. But just now, when I did and I saw that there's a Beagle box for $100. Yeah, I'm sure you got to add a lot of your own stuff there, though. Yeah. I don't know. Stepper motor drivers, nothing. And he there for a while, he was trying to make his own CNC router, pretty small one. It looks like maybe he's stopped doing that too. Let's see. Ryan says, I cut 1/8 Baltic birch, 1 pass. It can do thicker with more passes, but I have to have the focus set up for 1/8. Okay, gotcha. Sean says, need to run. My daughter forgot her laptop. Uh-oh. All right. Hope you have a good day too, Sean. Let's see. Well, I still got a few minutes here. What is there any project in particular you're looking for, Ryan, on that boxes.py, or are you just going to browse and try to find something cool to do? I still just love that website. They've got so many cool things. I wished I had a dadgum laser that would cut them. That's what drives me nuts, is I see all that cool stuff and I'm like, yeah, I can make all that stuff, but I have to spend a little more time and think a little more to use it with the router. And then they still just don't look as nice, I don't think, with the router. I really like the way a laser, darkens that edge. Some people don't like it. They like to make them, they'll make the fingers extra long so that they can sand them off to get rid of that charring. But I like that contrast. I like the dark and the light contrast. I think that's it's cool. And plus it's nice, tight, no dog bone fill it in there. I really like the looks of that. So anyhow. Okay, I see. Ryan says need to make a flag box, but he'll be using his Gatton CNC. I got you. I got you. Well, just use the smallest bits you can to get it to, and they don't look too terrible. Actually, my buddy Jim, when he came over, I had all those boxes that I've made um, using the CNC router, had those sitting out there, and he was pretty impressed with those. And then of course, he's got the Gatton CNC that I did the build videos on. And I said, well, you can make these, and he says, well, I have to come over there and show him how to get that gadget thing. And then I was telling him about this boxes.py. I said, oh yeah, so you figure that out and you will love that thing. But he's been working on some jewelry boxes as gifts for, I guess, Christmas. So he showed me his progress on those too, but he's been doing it with a router table and one of those finger joint bits that are in there. Okay, Ryan says, no dog bones. I will cut the corners out by hand. Okay. All righty. That's one way to skin a cat, isn't it? So Ryan says, did you open the mail you got? I have not. It's still sitting in there on the floor. But I will share it with everybody else here. You guys that come and join me for the coffee sessions, a lot of times you get a lot of the little inside behind the scenes type stuff that I don't talk about, until the video comes out or something. But if y'all will remember, probably 3 or maybe even 4 months ago, I was talking about a company that contacted me and said, we'd like to send you a 3D printer to review and, do all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then, I never did hear from them for a really long time. And then I finally heard from I heard from them, I guess, about a month ago, and they said, don't worry, we hadn't forgot about you. We're still testing it and all that. And we had some issues come up with being able to get parts because of the supply chain stuff and all that. So I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll wait and see if they send it. Well, sure enough, I got a message the other day and it says, yeah, we're ready to go. And he was confirming the address. And so I said, well, if you're going to, if it's a big package, you can bring it straight here. I gave him my home address instead of using the UPS store mailbox. But anyway, that was delivered yesterday. I got a big old heavy box that contains the 3D printer, and then they sent me a box that I think has some filament in it as well. So that will be a new unboxing video and probably show some of the assembly. I think there's not much to the assembly because I think it's a lot of sub assemblies where you just kind of pick this piece up and set it here. I think, I'm not sure, but I have not even opened the box yet. And but as soon as I get time and I know that it's not going to be raining and where it's making noise and stuff where I can film, I will be shooting a video. So one day pretty soon in the next week or so, you will probably tune in for the coffee sessions and see a very different 3D printer sitting back there. So anyway, we'll get into all that. Yeah, David says I use a 1/8 down cut bit to cut my boxes. That's what I use. I like the down cut because that way I don't use any tabs at all. I just let the down cut bit push the chips and stuff down in there to hold it in place, and so it doesn't move. And anyway, all right, my timer went off. I guess we're going to get out of here. I'm going to get busy doing a few things here. I might start that video today. I don't know. I'm going to double check the weather and make sure it's not going to be raining, because I don't want the noise of the rain in the video. I want it to be nice and quiet. Although I guess it won't matter, because I probably just do a narration anyway, so I could probably do that over the video. Well, we'll see. Anyway, let me get ready to get out of here. Everybody have a good Tuesday. And I see we picked up, looks like a couple of more subscribers from somewhere, so that's good. This is your first time here watching the coffee sessions. Hope you come back and drink some more coffee with us tomorrow. So see y'all. Everybody have a good one.